only one defeat. He's originally from right here in the state of Oklahoma, now fighting out of Kansas City, presenting the WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Good morning, everyone, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I promised to let everybody know how it all went at the very first Tommy the Duke Morrison Memorial Invitational Amateur Boxing event went. And we held it just a few days ago on March 9th, 2024 in Wichita, Kansas, in what has to be the poorest neighborhood in Wichita. And it was just an amazing event. It was held at Villa Boxing Club. Super people, Jacob Villa and also Israel Villa and the Villa family were there. And Juan, who arranged it with me at the very, very beginning months ago, was there to make sure everything went well. We had a DJ. We had special guests. One of them was Ross Purity. Thanks, Ross. If you're watching, you were just awesome. You and your wife were just fantastic, helping me hand out the after-event gifts. And you were there with your WBC belt. And you'll get to see a photo of Ross in the presentation after my little introduction. And you'll get to see Ross actually have a face-off with Tommy's son, Kenzie Morrison, who came up for the event. Thanks, Kenzie, for being there for your dad. And you brought your lifelong partner with you and your sister. That was really, really special too. And it was just a great, great event. There were friends of Tommy's there. There were people that brought photographs. They brought their memories. They spoke about Tommy, and also they brought their kids as well. So the coaches were everybody was very, very respectful. It was a proper sanctioned event by USA Boxing. Thank you, Jacob and Israel and Juan, for making this happen, because each child will be able to record that event in their amateur career. And one of the special moments was a kid came up to me to pick up his after-event gifts that WBO had sent to me to hand out. And he looked me in the eye, and I didn't know him, he didn't know me. And he said, it was an honor fighting for Tommy today. And this kid was probably about 10, 11 years old. And I just said, it was our honor having you here today. So there was another emotional moment, and it was the 10 bell count, which you'll actually get to see footage of that in Tommy's official documentary, I Am Tommy Morrison, and also singing of the national anthem by Chris Cox, who came up all the way from Jay, Oklahoma, just to do this for his friend Tommy from Jay High School. Thanks, Chris, for all that. You'll get to see that in the official documentary for Tommy. So all in all, it was a very special event. Also, next to me sat a little boy in a wheelchair. One of Tommy's other friends, Rico, came up, brought his nephew with him. And as each fighter came to pick up their gifts, they looked at the little kid and they gave like the fist bump. Just out of the blue, no prompting. And, you have to think that really truly is something that we miss, right? It's the friendliness, the boxing family friendliness. So it was a great event. Not one knockout, thank goodness. There were a few bloody noses. That's okay. That's all part of amateur boxers. We did have a list of kids in the bout. Now, some of them did cancel, and hopefully they will be at the next event. And what's really interesting is I thought that perhaps they canceled because of the weather, tornadoes or snow or whatever. But we actually had a beautiful day. But what they canceled, here were some of the reasons. Dad had to work. Parents were divorcing. single mom, she didn't have the gas money. The matching up was not good or for them. So, when you think of amateur fighters, they can't just get in a car and go to their next tournament. They have to rely on so many people, the coaches, the parents, and it was an eye-opener. So as much as the amateur kids have to rely on parents, the retired professional people have to rely on the rest of the world to help them during their needs. So it's just an interesting sport. So I took with me the Tommy's Rocky 5 belt. So in the video, after my little spiel here, you'll see some kids holding that up. What was really interesting is that they were a little shy to come and hold the belts and put them up there or around their waists. And I would ask them, would you like to hold up the Rocky 5 belt? And they said, what's that? What's Rocky 5? So the coaches looked at me and I looked at them, or the parent, and I said, what do you mean? They don't know about Rocky 5? And so how the coach would present it to the kid is, well, you've seen Creed 2, right? And they would go, oh, yeah. Well, Rocky 5 was before that. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll hold that belt. That was the end of that conversation. So, Sly, if you ever watch this video, you got to get Rocky 5 out there. And then the other belt I brought with me was Tommy's replacement WBO belt. As most of you know, his original belt got stolen from him in 2010. And WBO were so kind to send this to me with the help of Andy Ailing. Thank you, Andy, from the UK, and Frank Warren Productions or Promotions for helping me get this. Really appreciate it. Then Title Boxing sent these little miniature gloves, key rings. WBO sent me a patch, quite a few patches for every fighter. Every fighter got their own medal. And also, most importantly, don't do drugs. Sent a nice cup for everyone. With that, I was able to give out Tommy's negative for drugs results to every single kid to let them know that there is hope out there. And also they got a certificate as well of participation. And then all that went into a nice WBO bag for them to be able to carry to their next tournament. So it was really, really special. Oh, and WBO gave us t-shirts as well. So that was really nice. And then during the event, we also had Rico there, who had brought some shirts. And some of you have bought these online, and I'll include the link. And these are Tommy's legacy shirts, signature legacy shirts. And the profits from these actually go to retired boxers. So that was kind of nice that we had everything there that night. Amateur boxing and retired boxers too. And of course, we mustn't forget, Title sent us these huge gloves, and we had the boxers sign the gloves, and there were two, and one we gave to Kenzie for him to take home, and then the other one I've kept. So maybe for the next event, we'll continue to sign on this glove. So it was a great, great event. Enjoy the rest of the videos, and thanks for following. And for those of you that keep asking if there's going to be another, I hope so. Juan helped arrange it. I also had huge help from Villa Boxing, and Israel and Jacob were just absolutely amazing. And of course, everybody else that made it possible. So enjoy the video and have a great day, great night. Thanks. Bye.
In terms of, all the different high crime neighborhoods, and 256 right there and 264 is like the worst of the worst, and that's right in this area.
In order to help kids trapped in this high-crime neighborhood, Tommy started the Tommy the Duke Morrison Children's Foundation. And raised by the foundation will be used to help children train to become boxers,